Yellow fellow people, and the Earth Starscream review got delayed. But in the meantime, I'll be taking a look at the Transformers vs. Cybertron trilogy, Kingdom Leader Class, Beast Wars Megatron. And to be honest with you, this figure, well, the painting and sculpting is pretty good, though I questioned the backpack. Jeez. Were the thigh pieces really worth the extra backpack? Anyways, so yeah, there's barely any problems with him. It's just the backpack having the thigh pieces instead of being part of his legs. So yeah. So let's take a look at his detailing. So you can see a lot of pretty nice sculpted and detailing, and the head, it looks a lot like how he should look in the series. Now I don't have David K on, but still this looks pretty good. And I can still hear it. Anyways, so he has the thigh cannons. They're not, I don't think they're Blish compatible. The head, on the other hand, it is indeed Blish compatible. And no, he doesn't come with accessories. So be right back. So get a Blush. So here's a Blush that's big enough, that looks big enough. So you just plug it in there, and it looks like he's blasting. But with this blast effect, he looks like he's squirting water, which is something the original toy did. Yeah, I feel like they're going to repaint this into toy colors, cause Hasbro will do that. And yeah, let's get into some possibility. He has some ball joint on his head. You can look up that far. Let's do this transformation, and can't really look down. He has a butterfly joint on this. I'm not sure on this arm, but because of how tight this one is, I'm not gonna do it. He can surprisingly do a full 360 if nothing is in the way, like this box. He has a swivel on the forearm and 90-degree elbow bend, and this type of rotation. That's a nightmare. Claw can move out this much due to its transformation, and a swivel in this claw due to his T-Rex mode, which we'll get into later. For the other arm, it's the same, almost the same, but with the head. He has a backward movement, and he can move that much. Head can move, and his jaws can open that much. Yeah, that's an Allosaurus jaw movement. You can kick that far back, that far. He has a swivel on his leg, this type of rotation, and ankle pivot, but it's affected by the T-Rex part. So not entirely posable for a figure that's $50. So let's get into some size comparisons, shall we? This is gonna be a nightmare. Here we have to the legally obligated size comparison with Tigre. Yeah, not sure if anyone has a Tigre lying around. So there we go. Here we have Clowny. There you go. Anyways, be right back. And here we have them compared next to the rest of the Predacons that I have so far. Yeah, told you this would be a nightmare. Yeah, I give this robot mode a solid 9 out of 10. Probably because of these tight pieces. Yeah, they're pretty annoying. Now, for his transformation, it's fun to do off camera, but in camera, this is gonna be utter heck. So, rotate the arm, and bring it to its side. Then you unclip his torso from his waist. Unclick the head. Rotate the head, I guess. And you bring it down. Rotate the entire torso and bring out these spring-loaded pieces. Do the same on the other side. Then you arrange this panel. Then you bring in the other panel. And you close that up. You bring this tiny panel. Now, this is something I appreciate since they didn't really have to do this, but they still did it anyways. Rotate the tiny Rex arms. I almost laughed. Unclip this piece, this butt piece. Then you, oh, what the? Rotate the tail. Oh, what the heck? Rotate the tail, and you bring in. Jeez, the legs are getting annoying. Bring that claw part on in, and try to tab in those panels into the arms, into the arm. You do the same steps on the other side. Then you rotate his tail. And you are halfway done. Jesus. Anyways, now for this. So, basically you're going to have to do a clipping. Yeah, this figure has a lot of clippings. And sometimes they're durable, they're pretty strong like this one, and sometimes they're not. I should be very careful with this. And you do the same as the Masterpiece Megatron. Then you clip it in there. I said it was strong, for it was pretty strong, but it's hard to get it in. There you go. Now, bring that panel, and then you rotate it. You do the same on the other side. There's 2 ports, and they're supposed to tab into the tabs on his bottom. And you're supposed to. There you go. Rotate that panel. And do the same on the other side. And here we have him in his T-Rex mode. And to be honest with you, I actually like this mode a lot. There's a lot of pretty good sculpted in detailing, and the fact that they actually used, and the fact that the backpack now makes sense, because it had to panel up every single gap. But the type panels were not really necessary. His type panels were oversized. But anyways, yeah, this is a pretty good T-Rex mode. A lot of people say that this looks like Rexy, and yeah, it does. I can't unsee that. And it's funny that they actually did a Jurassic Park repaint of this figure. So yeah. So he has no pupils. What the frick? Because if you look at other figures like Megatron or Optimus Primal, those ones have pupils. And they're $20 cheaper than this guy. So, yeah. That's something you do not want to on a $50 figure. But anyways, so, yeah. There's nothing entirely bad with the mode. Let's get into some posability. His own head can move that much, and the Allosaurus jaw rotation. His neck, he has a neck rotation, and you now see why those panels are spring loaded. He has a ball joint on his T-Rex arms. They're pretty tiny. And you may expect that the type panels will ruin the rotation of his legs, but no. They actually did something. Because if you look, there's this part. And basically, if you move it, the entire thing moves. And because it's in the leg, it rotates. I actually like this idea. A pretty tight thigh swivel due to his robot mode. Ankle pivot due to the robot mode. And this rotation. Anyways, so yeah, I think his alt mode is pretty good. Let's get into some size comparisons, shall we? Here we have Tigray. There you have that. Dang it. Here we have Spike. There you go. And here we have him compared next to... Dang it. Here we have him compared next to the rest of the Predacons that I have so far. So, my overall thoughts on him is... He's a 9 out of 10 on his T-Rex mode and a 9 out of 10 on his robot mode. So, reason for the T-Rex mode is probably because though the thigh panels are an annoyance on the robot mode, it doesn't really get sacrificed. It doesn't sacrifice any rotation for the T-Rex mode. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.